All right, so let's go over we're gonna go over BATNA. So BATNA is best
Mhm.
alternatives to
Alternative.
best alternatives to
Uh-huh.
negotiating agreement. And I'm gonna break down what that means.
Agreements.
Yes.
Mm.
Best alternative, it's called BATNA. Best alternative to negotiating agreements. And this is a professional term for negotiating. Okay. Because
Mhm.
what y'all in right now, you are in a negotiating field. You're gonna have to do a lot of negotiating with sellers and buyers. So, a great negotiator, what we do is make sure we have the best alternatives to negotiating agreement. That's BATNA. That's just basically what it is. You make sure you have the best outcome. You making sure you have the overall hand up when it's negotiating time. Now, how do we do that? We make
Mhm.
sure we do not anchor to a price. And when I say anchor, I mean making sure we don't say, "Oh, well, I can buy the property for $150,000." You just
Okay.
anchored yourself to $150,000. He could have said, I accept 90,000.
Mm-hmm.
You done anchored yourself to 150 now. Now you can counter anchor, which that's a little tricky because usually as humans we don't want to go back on our word, but you can counter anchor and fall back off what you said by bringing up maybe some damages to the property where we seen it need a roof and the foundation has a real bad crack in it, so we're gonna have to renegotiate off the 150. I can take it down to maybe 70 due to the investments that we would have to put into it. So that's how there's a certain way you negotiate starting off. You don't want to anchor yourself to a price. This is why it's so important that we let them make that's why we let them anchor their self to a price. Let them shoot their price out first. That way we can see if it's going to work for us or not. And if it don't, then we do anchor in increments. When I say anchor in increments, so let's say if they said I'd be willing to let the property go for 125,000. That
Mm-hmm.
could be that could be good or bad. It could be both ways, but let's just say if it was bad, it was too high. You really needed it at 60,000. They want 125. You tell them that's way out the budget of rehab. So there's no way we're gonna be able to make that work. I can do if you need it at 55 to 60,000, you can say, well, I can give it a shot around this is where you start this is where you increment anchor. So if you know you need it at 55 to 60,000, but you can sell it back out to an investor for around 80 to 100, right? That give you some room on your assignment. So they way off. So you can tell them, you know what? Well, I really needed around 62.5. You see, that's increment anchors. And the
Uh-huh.
more you do that over and over again, they'll see you're not willing to go too far from what you set it, right? Because that's what we call increment anchor. And by us doing that, that's letting the opposite, the one sitting across the table of the negotiation, that's letting them know we're not willing to go too far. They might cut themselves down. Well, I take 80,000 for it. They went from 125, they dropped all the way down to 80,000. So they big size anchoring. That's where we get them when we know they willing to cut off that much on what
Mm-hmm.
they said they willing to take. Then we know they are in a need to sell position.
So it's like controlling.
Huh?
It's like us controlling the bidding.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We always want to be in control. We always want to be the first one to um know BATNA. Long as we know, a lot of people don't even know the terminology of that. A lot of people, especially a lot of sellers, they won't even, you don't even say that to them. That's just between me and you. That's the psychology of
Oh,
negotiating, right? That's keeping you in control. That's knowing the psychology of negotiating. Because a lot of people don't understand the psychology of negotiating.
Okay.
So that's how we keep the ball in our court. That's how we anchor in increments. We don't big anchor. We don't say a price when they get on the phone and be like, "Yeah, I take the property for 150,000." No, because the
Mm,
property might not even be worth that much. Then they might have would have only took 80, and
right.
they get excited. Yeah, I take it. Yeah, that's great. Then another thing we want to do after we done made the deal with someone. Let's say if we got the property at 75,
Mm-hmm.
but they might have would have took 60. We don't know. But that's when you let them know. If y'all done compared and closed the deal, that's when you let them know, hey, I wouldn't have took nothing less then, or I wouldn't have went over than what I paid for, or you see what I'm saying? That's
Mm-hmm.
getting the ease off of them. And what that is, let's say if me and you had a property, Benita, and I wanted 80,000, but you said you didn't have no more than 75, right? And then we closed at 75, and then you said, hey, we was both happy on that side, but I'm like, Aaron, could I got more from her because she closed on it? Maybe I could have got 85, maybe I could have got 10,000 more. But then you call and let me know, hey, I wouldn't have took nothing. I wouldn't have took that property nothing more than what we paid for it, 75,000. That's easing me on my side, letting me know, well, wow, okay, I made a good decision. And what
Yeah.
that is, that's like you taking the pressure off of someone else. Do I think I could have got more money from them? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
I
like a
see.
courtesy, letting the pressure off of, your negotiating back and forth
Okay.
once it get all closed and everything finalized.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
So
only when it's finalized.
that's right. So how do y'all podio look?
I haven't seen it.
How the podio look, Carlene?
I thought we was gonna use
Malachi,
Malachi's audio.
He haven't shared it with you?
no.
No.
Okay, he need to. I'm gonna have to mention him. That y'all
But
need
I'll check
access.
my email and see.
I haven't seen it. I've been checking my email. I haven't seen a polio in my email.
Okay, I'm gonna have to let him know that
Mm-hmm.
y'all need access to it.
Because when he texted me, was it Sunday or Monday? He gave me his email address, and I've been checking my email. I haven't seen anything.
Okay. Okay. Now, I'm gonna do some screen sharing.
Okay.
Let's do some screen sharing. That way y'all will know how to use this list, how to pull I want Malachi to be on for this, but he's busy right now. So let's see. So I want to show y'all how to use list source.
Is that the LIX?
LIX,
How you spell it?
list source,
Oh,
like list, and then source, LISTSOUR.
okay. SRCE.
Yep, list source. I'm gonna show you how to use this. Let's see. Let me get to my screen. Let me share this. Hmm. Let me log in first. So, okay, let's go to screen sharing. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So this right here is called list source. This is one of the best list pulling software you can use besides GO Point. GEO Point. GEO Point is good too. But this right here is to me the best.
Okay.
So you go to right here, create your own. Create your own.
Uh-huh.
And then once you get here,
Uh-huh.
this is where the magic begins. So we're gonna start off right here first. We're gonna start on geographic, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna do city. So we're gonna select criteria. We're gonna do city, and then we're gonna select the state. And I think y'all ladies and Malachi should be in Dallas, Texas. Remember, I told y'all I was gonna get y'all to market on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I think y'all should be in Dallas, Texas. Okay, get that out the way. Where we at? Right here, Texas. And then once you select the city, you got to select available cities. And we're going to hit Dallas. We will be hitting Dallas. Let me get to it. Let me get to it. Hit it these. Did I run by it?
Yeah, you did it. Go.
Did I run by it? I think I ran by it.
You did.
Dallas, where you at? Right there, Dallas. And then once you do that,
Mm-hmm.
you hit add. That added it, right? See this number right here? See this big number? See the count?
Where?
See the
Okay.
count right here?
296.
Okay, that's the count
Okay.
for the filters that we got right now because we don't have no filters really in.
Uh,
So what we're gonna do after we did that, now this is how you build a list to take to your batch dialer and
mm,
import this Excel sheet in, or you take it to direct skill. But this is how you create a list to make some money.
okay.
So once we do that, we're gonna after since we done did that, now what we do, we go to properties. So go to property, click on property, select criteria. So we looking for first criteria, what we're gonna put in is the property type. So the property type is gonna be single family homes.
Okay. Single family home.
Yep, residential
Central.
SFR, single family. It's really FSR, it's really single family resident, but I always say single family home. Then we add, and then after we do that, we're gonna come back up to here. This is the criteria bar right here. Go right here, and now we're gonna come down to equity percentage. The equity percentage is this is the equity that somebody done paid off their home. So if they got $350,000 house and they done paid off 100, if they got a $300,000 house and they done paid off 150,000, they got 50% equity in that property.
Okay.
So they done paid off over half. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna enter from 10 to 50%. And then we're gonna hit add. This is in the equity section.
Okay.
And then after that, we're gonna come back to criteria again.
Criteria.
And then we're gonna go to total assessed value.
Total assess value.
Yep. Now, what we do from here is we got to know how much are the properties selling for in Dallas, Texas. How will we know that? We're going to go up here and open up Google.
Uh-huh.
We're going to type in
Open Google.
we're going to type in Dallas, Texas
Mm-hmm.
median house prices. And there it is. 459,000 to 491,000. You can
Median.
go right here to Zillow. This is what I like to hit on all day long. I'm hitting on Zillow to see what the properties are selling for. So the properties is literally on Zillow saying $309,590. That's 2.1% down for a year. So that's letting me know right here. This is what the properties is going for. So I'm gonna go back to list source.
Let's go back to list source.
Yep. Let me go back to list source.
Uh-huh.
And now I know 390,000. So I'm gonna go down here. See where it say 300 to 400,000. I'm gonna click that and I'm gonna hit add. Now, this is just for, let's say if you was doing another city, you go check that price in that other city, put the city in the criteria the same way I just did this, put it back in there, that other city, find that house median price, and then enter the total assessed value for that property, right? And that'll be for that city as well. But right now we're just gonna do Dallas, Texas. Okay, check out the count now. See the count now? It says 7,352. You want to keep your eye on your count because
Okay.
the count is letting you know this is the people that are potential customers. Okay. These are the people you're going to be calling, but not that many starting out. But we still ain't done building the list yet. So after we do that, so now we got the property type, we got the equity, we got the house median price. Now what we do. I would usually go to demographics, but since we're in Texas, it won't let you do it on in this city. Some cities it'll let you where you can actually pick their age. Like sometimes I usually do like
Old people
I would say old people, but then I was like not too old. I would go from 40
to
to
60.
65. 40 to 65. And that just depends on what type of property I'm looking for. If I want something that's, real rundown and they
Uh-huh.
ain't dealt with, I would go from 55 to 75.
Okay.
Okay, but right now let's just focus on this. So after we done did the total assessed value, we done did the city, the state, we done did the equity. Now let's see, we're gonna go back to let's make
Well,
sure I'm not missing nothing.
I've
Nope.
been writing down.
Okay, good. Definitely. Okay, now let's go back to properties for a second, just to make sure we don't need that. Cause this the box right here. This box right here is your criteria. This is very important. This is your criteria box when you in properties.
Okay.
It's gonna have everything you need inside of it. Let's see. Working
Oh,
type. No, we don't need that.
oh,
Total says value. Oh, years built right here. Okay, you're gonna enter your years built at the very bottom. So I usually like saying around 1930 to 1980. And let's see what that pull up. Then we're gonna hit add. That's your years built. Let's see what the number do. See how the number dropped even more? Now it's
please.
at 3,800. See this list right here.
Okay.
This list I will pull for me and my team. But hold on, because we not finished yet. So after we done did that, so this is showing you to the very far left what you got in the very far left right here is your criteria. So we got Dallas, Texas,
Hmm.
right? We got equity, 10 to 50%. We got property type, single family residence. We got total assessed value, 300 to 400,000. We got years built, 1930 1980. And then down here, mailing address complete and then excluded. Now I'm gonna show you what that means.
Okay.
So after we do that, we go to options. When we
Option.
get in, yep, when we get in here, we're gonna be looking for you can do owner occupied or you can do absentee owner or you can do no preference. It just depends on Me personally, I like to do um absency. That's let me know
I
there
do
won't
too.
be tenants in there.
I like
Now,
absence.
sometimes it's not always 100% because the owner might not live there, but he might have some tenants living there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if
Hmm.
he do have tenants living there, if he do, there's a whole nother there's a I'm gonna give you ladies and Malachi, it's gonna be a spreadsheet, a professional looking spreadsheet on how to keep all the tenants that you come across. You're gonna have their address, their name, their number, the best time to reach them, and then you're gonna have some notes in there. And once you do that, that's gonna keep you organized. It's all about building a system. The
Okay.
system have to be built to where everything is organized, everything is professional, everything is on point. Okay, so I'm gonna give you that, but let's see. After we do this, we're gonna go to absentee on. Let's see, watch the count. See, it knocked it down to 349,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's a pretty good list. So corporate owned properties, exclude that out. We don't want none of those. And we want both. We want mailing address and property address.
Okay.
So this is your list. Your list has been built. Now you can make adjustments here and there, but I would literally pull this list. So after you do that, you go down here to you can save criteria. I usually save the criteria. When you hit save criteria, you can put in what you want it saved as. I'm not gonna save it right now because I got enough of them things saved. And then what you do, you hit purchase list. Now
Okay.
here's the kicker right here. The purchase list section. This is where all the magic begins. But you see right here where it say supply additional information. Right up under that, um, you're gonna go to purchase partial list. I mean, right above it. I'm sorry, right above it. Can you see my cursor?
Yes.
Okay, that's what you hit on. That's only if you don't want the whole list. If you just want some of the list,
Uh-huh.
this is where you hit. Let's just say if you only wanted 200 of this. So
Mm-hmm.
you just put in 200. And then you hit recalculate. And then here go your price of it over here, $37.81.
Okay.
But make sure you hit remove duplicates. Notify me 15 days before you delete anything. And you got to hit this right here, this additional restrictions. You got to hit that just to pop that up. And then after you hit that, it'll let you hit this agree box. That way you can pay for the list. See, now you can continue to check out. But let's
Duplicate
say if you
and
wanted the whole 349,
leave it.
if you wanted the whole 349, you hit recalculate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now let's see what your
Mm-hmm.
price is. The price now is 63.33. See, it went up a little bit. It was 37. Now it pretty much doubled just by adding the 149 back to make it 349.
Okay.
Now you can call that list. You don't even need a batch dialer. You can literally single dial that list and just come up with a game plan, 25 calls a day. I still hadn't got you ladies um time y'all daily time blocks, y'all
Uh,
daily schedule.
okay.
That way I can help you implement and work on the business.
Can I give it to you on Friday?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because I wrote things down today,
Okay.
and I'm just like, every single day I'm timing everything.
Okay, there you go. That's a great idea. You
Yeah,
planning out, you seeing, see that's the number one way to better yourself.
right.
What you learn, you utilize it. So you got new information in the same situation. So
Yeah,
now you see a situation different than what you used to. So now you like, you know what? Let me see how long it take me to work. Let me see how long it take me to take the kids to daycare. Let me see how my
yeah,
day is structured. Just raw.
yeah.
This is what you call raw planning. You
Oh, there
literally
you go.
catching everything raw right now. So you time block
Yes.
everything, you just catching it out. And then by Friday, you have a full blown, okay, D, this is everything that I do
Yeah.
every single day. This is the time frames. how can I make more time for the business? And then that's where I come in and tell you what you can add or remove. This is the most important thing. If I can save you 5 hours, can you give me 2.5? That's the most important thing. If I can see somewhere that's gonna save you some time, that way you can put into the business. I see if you can remove it or dismiss it for that time and just rearrange it. So this is why I
Mhm.
like doing this with the people I work with. Now, let's go back. When you think you had yours, Benita? You want to do what Carlene is doing? Seeing what your day look like?
Yes, I was writing it down. What
Okay. All
I
right. Good plan, lady. So now let's say if this list's not big enough, let's say, okay, 35 to 4,000 is what we test the market with. So you might call this list 349 people. You might not get not one deal. Might. You can call 4,000 people and you might not get one deal. This is how we know if the market is giving or not. Because first thing we got to do is get market shares. That's the first thing we got to do. We got to get our foot where sellers is selling, and we got to get in the midst where buyers is buying. So we got to get market shares. How do we do that? We got to get to going in the market, hands down. We got to put the foot down. We got to let them know, hey, we here. This is what we offering. This is how we can get it sold. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're gonna do, right? So by
mm-hmm.
us doing that, it's gonna take you into the market. Now, will you be able to play in the market? Only time will tell. Dallas is a competitive city. Texas is a competitive state. Now, first and foremost, you can absolutely do it. Only thing you got to do is make sure you have your structure, your action, the planning, the system. This is what I'm doing, ladies. I'm giving y'all a system. How to pull a list, where to enter the list, how to keep up with the tenants. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and show you. I'm gonna go ahead and let me show you the list. This is how we keep up with all the tenants. I really wish I knew how to get this thing out my way right here. It is in the way.
Says in your way.
Yeah, it's in my way. Can't move it. Why can't I move it? Oh, there you go. Yeah, I can. Okay, so this is how we keep up
Calendar.
with our tenants. Can you see this?
What is that?
This is a spreadsheet.
Okay, yeah. Okay, okay. Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So this is the tenant spreadsheet. So you have the address of where the tenant is, you got
Okay.
the name, you got the phone number, you got did you call or not? You got notes right here, and then
Okay.
you got pictures, and then you got if they're occupied or not. So this is the spreadsheet I'm gonna send y'all, but it's gonna be blank.
Okay.
It's gonna be a blank spreadsheet. Okay, so
Mhm.
that's how we're gonna work that out. But the
Okay.
the system of staying organized and keeping everything in motion is so important because you want to make sure you have a CRM, which that's what supposedly Malachi done built. I still need yet to see it. That's why I said, do you got access to it? That way you can see it, see how it look. I
Mhm.
sent them pictures and everything, how it's supposed to be created and how it's supposed to look, how it's supposed to run. That way, when y'all get into it, it'll be easy. You
Well,
got
he
to have
said.
spreadsheets. You got to be able to track all of your data.
Mm-hmm.
Main thing we do in business is track and collect data. That's the most important thing. How much money are you spending? Is it work? So that's that. So how much money are you spending? How much money does it take to acquire the customer? How much money you spending on the list? How much money you spend on the leads? How much money are you spending? That's the first thing. You got to track what's being spent. Second thing, time frame. How fast is it moving or how slow is it moving? Are we moving at a good pace or can we trim our time somewhere to be more effective? Ineffective, we got to dismiss it to be more effective. We got to have that where it's running like clockwork. How can we make it more effective? By setting up our time to be more productive. The more of the day we can be productive, the more effective we can be at what we need to do. So once the system gets set up, Carlene, Benita, y'all make the acquisition calls. So Benita, you warm them up. Carlene, you come in and close them. And
Right.
Malachi had her buyers lined up and ready.
Okay.
That's the get them in, get them out system. Now the background system got to work. Emails. Who gonna be sending out the emails? I think Carlene said she was gonna be doing that. Who gonna be talking with the title company? I think Carlene said she's gonna be doing that.
I'm
So,
willing to do anything, honestly.
and
I
that's
can do
great because
anything.
that's exactly how I am. I'm the middle. I work in the middle. That way I can get my hands on everything, right? And then they're making sure you keeping up with the buyers, all their information, taking notes. The reason why we keep notes everywhere, that way everybody can see them. If I talk to one person, I don't need to ask them the exact same questions that he went over earlier with my partner. It's
Right.
already in the notes. The notes telling me everything. So all I gotta do is get on the phone. Yeah, I see you spoke with my partner earlier. You got a major hole in the roof and the floor is cracked and busted. But you know what? We're gonna take care of all that. We're gonna send some contracts over there just to see how much everything will be. But I'm calling you today to see if we can go ahead and get this thing pushed across the finish line. Are you ready to sign the purchase agreement? If so, we can get that done today. That's my job. That's what I do. Now he know I'm the serious one. I'm coming in to close them. But Nita, she done warmed them up and got them feeling good about doing business with us. Now I'm the man with the money. I'm the man that comes in and close the deal with them. That's who he want to speak
Right.
with, right? This is the system. Now I get him closed. He ready to sign the paper. Carlene send the paper over. Which I'm just saying, if I was the closer, so since Carlene gonna be the closer, she gonna be sending over the paperwork. But when the paperwork gets sent, stay on the phone with them. Let them read over it. Do not, I repeat, do not let them get off the phone if you done sent over the purchase agreement. Tell them you
Right.
got to be on its company policies to go over the purchase agreement with them. If they need time, let them say they need time. Don't say it for them. Don't be like, you know what, you can have to tomorrow if you need to read it. No, we want to get them on the phone. We want to get the purchase agreement to them. We want them to sign while we on the phone. That way, boom, we can close them and pass it down the conveyor belt. Which now we pass that down to Malachi. Malachi get that into a buyer's hands. It's a system. When he
Mm-hmm.
gets into a buyer hand, now it's time to build the buyer package for it. The buyer package has to be built. It has to show the perks of the property, the imperfections of the property, pictures of the property. You got to get property pictures from the owner. If,
Mm-hmm.
let's just say a big if you cannot get pictures from that owner, then you would have to send out a notarizer. A notarizer will take pictures for you if you do not have a relationship with a broker. Me, I like having a relationship with brokers because I know they will go out and take pictures of it. Notarizers will too, but they time
Notaries.
be iffy,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Okay.
This is part of the system. It's a full working ecosystem. Okay, you finally get the pictures, you build the buyer's package, but make sure, and I repeat, make sure in your purchase agreement it says the closing date. Let me see how I word it. Hold on, let me think for a second. Inspection do not the date don't start until pictures is received. Because
Okay.
let's just say this is why you want to put that in your agreement. Let's just say if I got let's say if you was buying my property, I got you pictures to no, you made the purchase agreement. I signed today, right? I don't get you pictures until 2 weeks later. That clock has been running. The clock been ticking. Now I'm 2 weeks in the hole on finding a property because you don't have pictures to send
No,
to
no,
the
no, no.
buyer,
Don't make a mess.
right?
All
This
right.
is why it's so important. So
Good job.
the inspection date doesn't start until pictures has been received.
Okay.
How will we keep up with that? We keep up with it in the spreadsheet. Pictures received. Yes, it's in the notes. What date it got received? Who sent them? All that's covered, right? Now, this is
Okay.
where the magic begins. When the pictures come in, now you building groundwork. Now it's time to hit the
Okay.
ground running.
Okay.
We build out the buyer's package. We get that to a buyer soon as possible.
Right.
And when we get it to them, we got to make sure that it's fit their criteria. This is how we can make our conversion rates higher than the usual, right? So then we do that. Now, then after that, if it all go good and dandy, he'll want to sign it. You assign that to him. Then after all that gets signed, send that into the title. Title company gonna pull title, make sure everything good on that end. He makes sure he puts in his EMD. The buyer
Mm-hmm.
must have EMD in. It needs to at least say by 24 hours. I wouldn't give him no longer than 24 hours. MD. He got to have his EMD in. If it's 2000, he got to have in 2000. Why? Because the title company is gonna know this is serious, okay? Buyer done put the information in, he done put in the EMD, everything ready to move. They pull title, make sure title don't have no liens, nothing against it. You know, it's good to go, everything in motion. And now everybody gonna get paid. Make sure
You
you have
said
your JVs signed.
24 hours, right? Sorry, Durant.
Yes, yes, ma'am, for the EMD.
And
Make
that's
sure.
that's the buyer's part, right?
Yeah, they gonna pay the EMD.
Right.
Yeah. And they
And,
don't
and,
get no
and,
longer
and
than 24 hours for the
okay,
EMD.
24 hours.
Yep.
Okay. What's the least amount of earnest money deposit do we
Some
do
people don't even,
we
so some people don't even do nothing but $500.
mm-hmm,
Some people don't do nothing. It just depends on the area, the people
mm-hmm,
you deal with, and the title company. Usually if title don't see EMD, they don't take it as serious.
right.
You want stuff done right, you gotta, have that buyer put in some EMD, but you gotta have an agreement set up with the seller. If the seller don't mention nothing about EMD, don't
Mm-hmm.
you mention nothing about EMD. Okay.
Okay.
That seller might be like, you know what, I at least want 1,500 to take it off the market. He's a savvy seller. He done put
Okay.
his own property on the market. He know how to take it off.
Right.
He know he need EMD. That way he can take it off. That way, if you serious, you gonna put the 15. So if he say, well, I at least want 15 or $2,000, that way I know you serious.
Right.
That's
Okay.
cool. That's cool. We can definitely do the 2,000. Now, if it's some shady terms like, well, if you don't if you don't get the property, I keep EMD. No, we're not playing those games.
Right.
We get the EMD back if the inspection fails. If we find anything on the property we don't like, EMD comes back to us, point blank, period. So some
Okay.
some sellers will try to get real savvy and keep the
Yeah.
EMD. I done had that happen sometime. Okay. Trying to see what else I can tell you about that. Let's see. It's all assists. I want you ladies to really lean on this system have to function correctly. If we
Yeah.
find out there's something that's bottlenecking, we gotta see what's stopping the flow from getting in to getting out. We gotta go back to what part of the system we need to evaluate and start looking at and change some stuff, right? Okay. So I'm gonna I'm gonna keep thinking about that way. If I come up with something else to tell you, I tell you. But I want to go back to the list. Let's say if this list is not big enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna hit the back button because
Okay.
you might want more on this list.
Okay.
So this is why it's good to save criteria. See, if I would have saved criteria, which I got one saved, but I wanted to
Right.
use that one.
But you didn't want any more saved.
Yeah, I didn't want no more to say. So I'm gonna re-enter back what we had real quick. Only take a second.
Okay.
Let me move this out my way. Good. This is showing you again anyway how to do it.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Move it
Jesus
away.
Lord. Okay.
Let's
Okay.
go right here to city. Go ahead and put that in there.
Yeah.
Go back to Dallas. I'm gonna do it the quick way because this is pretty much. Let's see. Add. Okay. Okay. So that's the city. That's the only city we're gonna do. We're gonna go to properties. Get in that criteria box. Get that equity in there, 10 to
Mm-hmm.
50%.
Okay. 30 to
This
50.
it's one of the most important things right here. 10 to 50%. Go back to that criteria box. Go to make sure years built 1930 to 1980. Oops. What am I putting in?
I don't know what you putting in.
In the wrong thing. I'm putting in too old. That thing will fall apart on you.
Okay.
80.
And
All right, let me link the computer back. That's what I need to add that. Go back to that criteria. We go to property type.
property
Go
type.
ahead and go down here to
Resident.
SFR. Add that. Now go back to total assessed value. It was 300 to 400,000. I don't want me to add that. Oh, there you go. Okay. Now, let's just say if you wanted to pull that list right there, that 3,000 list. See what it need to be. So 3,890. So we would hit purchase list. Watch his price on this thing. That's how much that list costs. $714.
Whoa.
What would you call it?
That's a
If
good
you had to
list.
pull that list for your business, what would you call it?
Money.
What would you call it, Carlene?
I know we'll get a hit off at least one, two of
Profit.
these. Wow.
You
I
know
just
what it's
call it
called?
profit. What's it
That's
called?
called investment.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So everything we put into the business is investment. I don't care if you going to buy some paper for the printer, that was an investment. Every single thing we spend on the business is an investment. Every single little thing. Ink for the printer, all the way up to the list we pull for the leads. It's all an investment. When people be
Okay.
like, I gotta invest in my business, I already know exactly what they mean. They gotta spend money to get the business going. Now we go up here to partial, right? And let's just say we
Yeah.
wanted to pull. So you want
300,
to keep that. So what
200
you
or
would do,
300.
you would save this. You would save this list right here. You would save
Mm-hmm.
that right here under list name. You
Mm-hmm.
save this list, save it right here, and then you want to come down here and save criteria. So them the two places you want to save this list at.
Okay.
And then let's just say if you only wanted 500
300.
of these, let's
Okay.
just say 500, you
Mhm.
recalculate.
Recalculate and see how much it
Yep. And
costs.
then this is how much it costs, $91. Now I'm gonna tell
Okay.
you the average price to spend for a list. Different places
Uh-huh.
will have different costs on how you pull your list. Since this one's is I ain't gonna lie, this one is expensive. Cause the 3,800 list from PropStream. So when you buy PropStream, you literally get like 25,000 a month or something like that.
Mm.
After you pay your $97, you can pull a list. Um, you can have 25,000. You got 25,000 leads you can pull
Mm-hmm.
for $97 a month. Okay. But let me tell you about PropStream lists. You're gonna get a whole bunch of DNCs on there.
Do
I
not
mean, if you
cost.
pull a list that's 3,000, you gonna literally when you put that in the batch dialer, it's gonna cut it in half. You're gonna have 3,000, but it's gonna knock it down to 1,500. You're gonna be like, what happened? And then it's gonna come up in red, do not call. It's gonna say do not, it's gonna say it's on the DNC list. It's gonna mark out your numbers you done paid for.
So you actually paying for something that you're not gonna get.
Absolutely. So a lot of the lists that you pull from PropStream get cut because they
Wow.
are on the do not call list. Now um you can
That's a
yeah,
lot that was happening with X Lead. They had a lot of DNCs.
I'm gonna be honest, I can't stand X leads. I'm someone I just can't stand X leads. Like I just feel like that's one of the trash softwares in the market right now. I don't know why people like using them. I don't see a reason to use them. Not right now. They need to get their software better. But list source is it. This or Geo Point is it.
Okay.
I love this one. But and the reason why, if you take this, if you take $91,
Uh-huh.
used to spend when I was pulling a list, I would spend anywhere from 125 to 175.
Mhm.
Let's see how many you get with 175. Probably be like 750. Let's see, 750. Let's recalculate. Yeah, this about it right here. This was my number I would spend on a list. But
Okay.
if I wasn't using this software, I'd be using
Geo.
no, I would use that would let me tell you something. GeoPoint and List Source is like the Avengers. You only come to them when you fed up. Now,
Okay.
if you really want to go ahead and get your feet real good and wet, you go straight to them. But if you want to take $150 or $137 and pull a 3,500 to 4,000, that's
Mm-hmm.
when you use prop string. Because I was pulling like 4,000 leads, it'll chop it. We'll probably have like 29, we have like 29 to 3,000, and then
Mm-hmm.
we'll just run through that list just to see what the market was like because direct skip gonna make sure you pretty much getting the right numbers. So out of them 3,000, we was our conversion, our pickup rate was like 95 to 96%. So it would rarely be the wrong number.
Okay.
But this right here, you pretty much going your numbers is gonna be good. Just depends on which skip tracer you use, direct skip or deal machine. Use one of those. Don't use matrix. Don't use dataskip.io. Don't use none of those cause your pickup rate will be low. And
Okay.
then matrix, they was a little expensive. They was a white glove, but you're gonna get charged pretty good with them.
Oh.
Okay, so what time we got? We about done, ladies. So I wanted to show y'all that. Let me see what else I had to show you. I had something else to show you. I showed you this. I showed you the sheets.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna
Go
send
away.
you that. Okay, so this right here. That's what I wanted to go over with you.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stop sharing this. If y'all need help on that, just let me know and I'll go back over it with you. But list source is very
Look at
simple.
it.
Now, how you do see I ain't even had time to show y'all the we had to do that on Friday. How to pull, how to collect the data to get to that list. How I know to go ahead and go in Dallas? It's because remember I told you over the weekends I was gonna be seeing which market y'all could go in that in
Mm-hmm.
Texas. So there's a way that I pull, I call it a golden ticket market.
Mm-hmm.
So out of 4,000, so every time you make sure when you get in your list, if you only getting 400 off the list, make sure it's around 38 to 4,000 up there on the count, and then just keep
Okay.
pulling off that list. Spend the 91 to $100 on a 400 count, and then knock that 400 count down, and then go
Mm-hmm.
pull another one, for a 400 count, spend 100 and some. So it's just gonna be repetition. Investing in your business is the way you're gonna make money. Sometimes it's extremely hard to do stuff for free because the free what makes stuff it takes longer to get
Mm-hmm.
to where you're trying to go because you're trying to do it for free. Sometimes we got to spend some money to get this list pulled. The
Mm-hmm.
list is where the golden people are, people that have 9 to 10 properties. If somebody picked that phone up and they really interested in selling and you ask them, do you got any more properties you'd like to sell? If they say, yeah, I got 19 other properties, your main goal is to get all them properties under contract. You want them all. You want them all. Are you gonna get them all sold? You might not, but you want to take the biggest bite out the elephant you possibly can. Might
Mm-hmm.
only get 5 of them sold. You might only get 8 of them sold. You might come across something that didn't work for the buyer. Any type of scenario could come up when you're dealing with multiple properties. Some coaches only tell you if they got 19, only deal with about 3, maybe 4. I'm gonna say get as many as you can because this is where your training come in. This is where your experience come in. you can't get experience if you keep on pushing the ball aside. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be the one that always win the game winner, you always got to call for that you got to call for that ball that way you can put that shot up. We can't we can't never be the one if we always passing the ball to somebody else and letting them win the game for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is why I say if he got 19 properties, get as many of them as you can and sell as many of them as you can. Now that experience that you get from that, you would have, you would have that knowledge now, So that's what you want. We all want the knowledge. So let's go into mindset. I can't never get on here and not talk to y'all about mindset. Why? Because that's where it all starts. 80% mindset, 20% action. 80% mindset, 20% action. There is nothing more that you can do to get on the right track than get your mind right. The mind is the starting point of success. Your actions, it follows. Okay. So, what have you ladies been doing this whole week for action? For mindset. What's been going on?
I've been listening to your courses,
Okay, good.
and I have to make another video for my YouTube channel.
Okay.
So I'm trying to like see what I can put and make it like I don't want to make a long video. I just want to make it like I want to go straight to the point. Um,
Okay.
what else? I'm getting ready to, find new houses to, sell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just
Have
getting
you
ready to what we're doing.
have you wrote down any of your goals? Like, I'm gonna give you a list. First, I need to know how many. We need to find out who's gonna be the list puller, right?
Okay.
I don't know which one of y'all gonna be the list puller, but we
I've
know
been
that's gonna
looking
be
at
the one
lists.
spending the
I've
money.
been looking at lists all day, so I'm constantly looking at lists to pull.
When you say you've been looking at them all day, where you been looking at them at?
I've been looking. I've been online looking at. Gosh, okay, looking at. I pulled a list today from the vacancy HUD vacancies in tech because I went into the computer and I tried to find other ways to pull lists. I also I went to Redfin looking at houses on there and the places you told me, but I also been looking at other ways to pull lists like online to the GIS for Lord help me. I hate when I lose my train of thought.
So the GIS, when you pull a list from GIS,
The government list.
yeah, that's not gonna be good. Only
Yeah.
pull the list from list source. And I'm gonna tell you why. Remember I said you want to be effective or you want to be ineffective.
Okay.
Certain lists you pull from is gonna make you extremely it's gonna make you extremely effective. Like if you pull from the right list, you can get a big part of getting to success. You can get there faster. If you pull from the wrong list, I promise you, it's gonna be like you just wasting time. It's gonna be like a never ending hamster wheel. You pull a list, don't get none. Pull a list, don't know. Pull a list, numbers wrong. It's a mess. That's why I say only use list source or geopoint. If you have to, you can pull a list from Deal Machine. But you got to know the criteria to even search. The most important thing on pulling a list is understanding the criteria.
Uh-huh.
What I just gave you was the criteria. We got to know how to pull from the market, what market is bleeding, what market needs to sell, what market is ready for an investor to come in and take the pro. We got to know that kind of stuff because if we don't know, we'll literally just be doing work it'll be like trying to push a train that's done stopped. So
Okay, because I'm sorry.
no, go ahead.
Because it was giving me a list of vacancy properties virtually in all 50 states.
That's
Um
not good.
but I put in I no, it told me it could give it to me from all 50 states, but I put in Texas. And it was giving me a list of all vacancies that were UPS, USPS, vacancies, um, home vacancies that have went up because USPS has a formatted a system that gives you all vacant properties
Mm-hmm.
where the mail has been stacked up or
That's right.
stuff like that, and it gave me a list of properties in Texas that the mail is not being taken out of the mailbox and they put in this note or whatever. And it also gave me a list through HUD because HUD keeps up with this. HUD they send HUD a list of properties that is not being utilized, where they're boarded up, overgrown grass, and all the stuff that we look for. So it was giving me that list also.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know the only thing I don't like about those lists,
What's that?
how do you gonna find the owners to them?
It was giving the owners' names. That list it included the owners' names and properties. I found it by mistake. I was just looking.
So when it gave you their name,
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to think. Okay, it
And
gave you the
I was gonna send the name and the address to Carlene, but that's where I was looking today.
so it gave you so you went on the GIS. You
I
went on
went I wanna this is what I did. I went in because I know what you told us to do. I was doing that with the Redfin and the what's the other one? I was
Zillow.
Zillow, Redfin
Okay,
and Zillow, and I was doing that. And I don't know, maybe it's my computer, but I was just going on to find other ways to find vacant properties. But it gave me the list. But without the way I was pulling it previous to that is a very useful way of me getting names and phone numbers at the same time. So
but are them numbers? What's the pickup rate
they
on?
are the numbers that I get from, like, if I go to the county courthouse and pull that list, it gives me the name of the person. When I ask them, I just give them the address. They print out the name and the phone number, current phone number, and the name of the person that owns the address. That's how I used to pull my list.
So the list, the one you talking about, the one you just pulled, what's the pickup rate on those?
I haven't called any of the numbers yet, so
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
But okay,
Me personally,
I'm gonna stay away from that for now.
yeah, I would definitely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest
Okay.
with you, cause that to me it just sound like usually when government keep up with stuff, they not getting okay. So list source, they spend millions of dollars on collecting data, like millions. What the government doing, they just keeping tab on who live at that property and who don't. Oh yeah, that's Brian Gordon. He hadn't
Hmm.
got his mail. He hadn't got no mail from here ever since 2000,
Yeah, but it don't mean
5.
that they
So
right.
it's been a while. But this is the last number we got on file. That last number on file, he could have changed that number 8 months ago. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And it's like it'll have us going in a circle. Now,
Okay.
list source, they pull from the most um recent data. Now it
Okay.
ain't free, you know. It ain't free. This is that issue, like you gotta sort of pick your poison. Like you can
Right.
get free, but
It's
work in
not free.
circles.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Then you can get with list source, but make sure your
Hmm.
work is being effective. Me,
Okay.
I'm more or less an effective man. I like getting stuff done correctly. So that's why I keep on mentioning the list source to y'all ladies.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'll step away from that for I'm gonna step away
Yeah.
from that and go back to what you were telling me about the how to pull it
But
from.
that's good. You so eager to work. That's really good. That's why I admire about y'all. Y'all really want to get something done. I just want to make sure y'all stand on the right track. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we can go hunting. We could be looking for 5 rabbits and 2 deer, but we mess around and see this other stuff running. Now we know how to catch the rabbit and the deer, but we see other stuff running. We don't know how to track them. We don't know how to catch them. So we could spend our time trying to figure like how I'm supposed to catch that thing. We don't know how to catch them, but we know how to catch the rabbit and the deer. So it's like I like to stay focused on what I understand how to catch. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? That way I know we gonna eat. If I'm over here chasing a gazelle and a A fox, I don't know how to catch a gazelle. If I know how to catch the rabbit and the deer, you know.
Right.
Yeah, because I don't want to waste time. I know the family at the home at the house hungry. I know I gotta go get this. I gotta go get this food. That way I can feed my family. If I go out here chasing stuff I don't know nothing about, it's costing me time and energy.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
who gonna be the list puller? Who gonna pull the list?
I'm still gonna pull the list.
So you still gonna pull the list from list source?
I'll pull it from this source. I can do that. That's
Okay.
why I wrote the notes down.
Okay, great. Okay. So that's good. So Benita is the list puller. Benita, if you need any help with pulling the list, let me know. Just
Okay.
a phone call away.
Okay.
Yep. And when you get the list, put it into your I always get that mixed up. I keep wanting to say batch dialer, but deal
I can
machine.
pull this too.
Yeah. So both of y'all can pull the list?
Yeah, we can both pull it. You know how we were. You know when you told us whatever you told us to do, we were gonna do
Yeah,
it.
that's good. That's really good. If both of y'all can now you can pull two separate lists or you can put it together and pull a bigger list. You know what I'm saying? However y'all
Okay.
want to do it.
Okay. We'll
Yeah.
figure it out. We'll probably
Yeah.
work together on it.
There you go. Okay, that's a great plan. That's a
Mm-hmm.
great plan. Now, y'all know y'all budget. I can't tell you how much to pull, but I would
Mm-hmm.
really, pull as much as you can call within that week.
Okay.
That'll help your budget. If you know you set a call time, if you know both of y'all, maybe both of y'all can call. It's like I don't even want to say it because I don't know y'all schedule, but let's just say, just for example,
Like I said,
because I
I'm
don't
pretty
want to
much
say a
open
number
all.
and then
Right.
so let's just say if y'all was able to call 100 a piece a week.
Mm-hmm.
So you would know you only need 200. I would at least do four. That's for the ones that don't answer. So a 400 count list.
Okay.
We seen how much that's very inexpensive. Pull that list and then take 200 and 200 a piece. Knock that list down for that week. Boom.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Look
Mm-hmm.
for that deal in that week. Pull off the same list of the 3,000 some count, pull off that same list. So every time you do it, if you have to, because you got to have a count. So it's like each one of y'all will have to have an account or y'all can work from the same account. If
Okay.
y'all work
Well,
from the same account, y'all card information will have to be in there separately.
I don't care if they
Yeah.
know my car. No, I don't care if Carlene have my information.
Well, it'll have you put it on there,
Right. But I mean, I don't
every
mind working
purchase.
with we worked together before and shared stuff, so
Yeah, and that's what I love about y'all. Y'all very trustworthy and y'all work good together. So, definitely work off the same account. That way you can be pulling from the same list. You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you create a 4,000 count list, you pull off that list each week.
Okay.
Yep, that's how I always did my list. I'm not the type. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not the type to waste money. If I know I set up my time for that week and I know how many people I'm gonna be able to call or how many people my team gonna be able to call, I only pull that amount for that week. I don't be pulling
And that makes complete sense.
yeah. Yeah. Cause
I
what
don't
you just chip off it. If you know you got a 4,000 count, you put that list into your save section and then chip off of it. Yeah. Cause you might wanna dibble or dab in another quick little market.
okay.
It's real estate, everything. But before I let you ladies go, I want to get back to mindset real quick.
Okay.
What's the most important thing to y'all right now?
The most important thing to me is um learning the process, making a deal, and making money so that
Okay.
I can move forward. Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Carlene?
TV.
Yeah, but basically the same thing for just like Bonita, like take care of family. Um, I want to do a lot. I want to travel with my family. I want to move. I
Okay.
want to move out of my house and go
Okay.
to a bigger
That's
house.
hard.
Yeah.
Okay. So my most important thing right now is getting as close as I can possibly to God and helping as many
There you
people
go.
as I can possibly
That's what
help.
I
That's
just
my
Yeah,
said
that's
that.
most
that's
important
that's
thing.
also there too.
I just said that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's like
I
Yeah.
my
mean,
most
that's
important thing.
every morning I wake up, my mind, the first thing I want on my mind is to say thank you, God, say a prayer. That's the first thing that I do when I get up. My mind is always on God. When I'm riding down the road, it's on God. So my mind is always constantly what I can
Yeah.
do to be better in God and Christ first, and then what I got to do to make everything else flow. So
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that is that's
my
natural,
mindset.
you know? It's a
That's
natural
right.
feeling to connect with higher power. It's a beautiful thing. So drawing
Absolutely.
closer to him is
Number
it's
one,
like it's like
it's a
you
must.
know, it's like breathing, you know?
Yeah.
That's right.
He's a part
How
of us.
absolutely. What do
Yeah.
y'all know y'all's been doing different since we've been locked in together? What do y'all know different about yourselves? Is there anything that you can explain differently, or do you've been doing
Think
everything the
about
same, or you've
wholesale
been
all
different?
day. Even when I go to sleep, I'm thinking about it. I dream about it.
But
That's good.
Yeah.
my mindset is different because I
Ooh.
mean, like I was before, I have fell off from that because I was honestly getting discouraged, and then
Oh no.
I was getting discouraged because I didn't like the devil is trying to work with me now, not trying to make me discouraged, but I still get up every morning, think about what I can do to make this flow easier besides praying, flow easier, faster, and get the check because I want to be able to hold up a check and
Yeah.
say my coach helped me do this. You know?
There
Absolutely.
you go.
That's what it's
And
gonna be
but
because you
more
want it.
more importantly, God helped me do that. So
Absolutely.
my
Yeah, he get
affirmations
all the
I've been doing
glory.
daily.
Oh
You know,
yes.
I can, I
Yes.
will. I'm a child of God. I can, I will. I don't let that far from far. Don't let that go out of my mind either. I'm a child of God. I can, I will, I must. So
Absolutely. I love it. Now, I know you said that was your mindset. That's what you've been doing differently from your mindset. What have you been doing differently, Carlene? Because you said just wholesaling, but what do you notice different about your habits and about your pattern? Have you noticed anything different yet, or
Pattern,
not
I
yet?
mean, I got a website done. I
yeah,
Okay.
was very like I'm very focused on that, and I got the YouTube done.
Okay.
Um so it's like right
So you
now
you notice
I'm
yourself
basically,
working more.
yeah,
that
I
girl
work
be working
more.
all the time.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
playing.
So you
Like today
found
I was
yourself being
tired, you
mentally
know?
more. But even
Yes,
when you're
I'm
tired, you still got the capacity to still
Yeah,
put
right.
effort to what you're doing.
yep,
Yeah, as long as I
Yeah.
get back to what I'm doing. Like today, what did I do? I posted my website on the YouTube because I'm just doing a step by step thing until I want to prove it to myself that I can get a
yep.
wholesale assignment check, you know?
You can. You
So
will.
so
I'm telling you,
yeah.
keep fooling around with me. You
He
gonna.
will. He
I'm
will.
telling you, we're not playing around.
He will.
Oh
The,
yeah,
the
I'm
the
not
first
playing
thing we
around.
got to do is keep our mindset right and keep bettering ourselves. The rest
Right.
will follow. As long as we do that, and then get to the system. The system
Mm.
getting built is the most important thing, other than the mindset. As long as our mindset stay right, stay on track, the system is what's gonna take you to where you want to go.
Oh, can I tell you something?
Yeah,
So there's a church that's like oh no, I would say 9, 10 minutes away, 10 minutes away from me. And they have a room. They have like many rooms. There's a prayer room that I always go to.
good.
So I'm just gonna it's very heartwarming. So before we got back to like, you know, having meetings and stuff like that, I had a serious talk with God. I said, listen, I'm ready. I'm ready for this. This is what I said, because you said something about God. So I'm a person that loves to help people, right?
That's right.
And
Art.
and to help people, you need, a little money.
That's right.
You
Yeah, you can't help nobody else if your boat's sinking. Yeah,
yeah.
you
So
can
I
help them
said,
sink with you.
yeah. So I said I wanted wealth because, and I said this to God. I said, I want to draw closer to you. Use me as an instrument to light up everywhere in the world. Like, wherever I am, I'm gonna light it up. So
Yeah,
then,
that's amen.
You know what?
yeah,
I'm glad you said that.
everything's just starting to,
And I'm gonna be
falling
honest with
into
you.
place.
You
Yeah.
glowing, you look different, right?
Thank
Yes.
You can see
you.
it in your eyes, you sparkling. And I'm gonna be honest
Thank
with
you
you.
so much, Duran.
Yeah, you welcome. You too, Benita. We all are glowing. I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah.
So you as women, y'all got some of the strongest power, especially when you got a relationship with God. God moved with y'all faster. I'm gonna tell you how. If you look back in the
Yeah.
Bible, when Hannah prayed, he moved. When Sarah prayed, he moved.
He moved.
When Esther prayed, he moved.
He
It's
moved.
because y'all carry life, right? Y'all carry life. Y'all got the womb, also known as the matrix. Y'all carry
There
that.
you go.
Y'all got a spiritual, y'all got the connection from the spiritual realm to the physical, right? Y'all
That's
the
right.
only one carry the portal from the spiritual to the physical.
Amen. That's
Now, this is the
Yes.
kicker right here. Y'all carry life. Y'all carry life that can create generations, and you can
That's right.
have enough energy and power in you to break even, strongholds and break the cycles of poverty.
amen.
So
That's right.
just know the enemy gonna try to attack you. This is why I've been talking to y'all so much about keeping your mind strong, your mindset, because I know he attacked women very heavily due to the power you hold and the connection and favor you have from God. So
Yeah.
the enemy gonna try to get in your head and tell you can't do it, you can't do this, you can't do that. No, you can do it, you will do it, because God then said you can, and he giving
Yep.
you favor. So
Mhm.
this one of the most powerful things you can have right now is belief. Belief in God and belief in yourself.
Amen.
Yeah,
Yes, and this is the first time I asked my husband to change his schedule because I was like, because I just feel like things about to change. I was like, you need to
they
change.
are.
You
Remember
need to change
back
your
when we was
schedule.
working together, you used to talk about
Yeah.
the schedule, and I was like, you don't think he can change it? But I'm gonna tell you, I don't lean on what happened then in the past on no situation in my life because don't even worry
That's
about it. Back then, you got to
over.
think you wasn't the person that was ready for him to change the schedule. You haven't developed, you haven't became that person that said, you know what, I want to take this extremely serious. I need you to change your schedule. You know what I'm saying? Now you becoming that person. You getting a capacity in your mindset to know you capable of more. You do a lot.
Mm.
You got
Yes, it
8 kids.
does.
You got a lot going on in your life, but
Girl.
you
Yeah.
still able to get everything done you need to get done to help people. God got a calling on you. I told God, only send people to me that you want me to help. And that's what
Amen.
you've been doing. That's why y'all two are here.
And he
God
said,
wants you
a
to help
godly man, I swear. You
them.
love God.
Yeah,
Which
that's
is like,
right.
it's great. I'm so sorry. It's so loud in my house. All of a
You
sudden, you're
good.
loud.
Yeah, we can still hear you good, but I'm not gonna hold y'all ladies anymore. Do y'all got any questions?
No,
So I do. Yeah,
okay.
go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead on.
So with the EMD, like, okay, within 24 hours, the EMD will come from the buyer.
Yes, that's the only time the
Okay.
24 hours go into effect is when
Okay.
let's say if I was wanting to buy your property and
Uh,
Yeah.
you told me it was $2,000 EMD and you said you want to make sure the EMD is entitled by tomorrow.
Yeah.
It could be 4 o'clock today, so it need to be in there tomorrow by 4 o'clock. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? It need 24
Right.
hours. I give you a day. If you don't have it within there within a day, then I'm gonna have to move on to the next person up.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
that's just for the buyer to make sure
So
he's serious.
Malachi can is able to get. Oh yeah, he said he has cash buy. Never mind. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And the EMD
I'm
also,
ready.
the time also starts whenever you get the pictures in. That's when the time starts, right?
Yes, make sure y'all put that in your purchase agreement.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Time
Inspection,
whenever I
the
get.
start of the inspection dates. I'm trying to see how I got it worded. I had to go back and look at my purchase agreement, but basically what it's saying, the inspection date time don't start until the pictures come in.
Okay. Can we get a copy of that purchase
A
agreement?
copy of my purchase agreement?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. And y'all can use that. But with that being said, you can change it just depends on who you deal with. You can change the wordage
Hmm.
or you can keep the wording. It's just all about how want to
Okay.
maneuver everything.
Okay.
Yep,
But we're on the right road. We're on the right path. We're gonna get it done.
that's
So
right.
looking to have I'm be honest with you, we looking to get something done before this month is out because we need it and I'm ready to spread some joy and some wealth.
Well, I tell you what, y'all go ahead and get the list pulled. Y'all can go ahead and start making calls.
Okay. You
Yeah,
said it.
go ahead and get your list. But I just showed you how to pull the list. Pull the list and put it in. Make sure you skip trace it to get the numbers, and then y'all can go ahead and start making calls.
I'll hang up.
Whenever you got time. I can't really tell you when to make them because I don't know your schedule yet. But just make sure you set aside 2 to 4 hours.
Okay. Well, whenever I hang up this phone, I'm going to pull up this I got the name of it right here, list source.
You want
And
me to put it in the? Hold on. Let
I
me
got
put the
it written down,
website in the
list
chat.
source. I got it list source. I just had to go back to my notes.
Okay. Yep. Listsource.com.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's what I got.
Yep. And just create your account. Just create your account. That way you have it.
Okay.
Yep.
Thanks for the knowledge.
Absolutely. No problem. That's what I'm here for. Thank y'all for showing up. Yep.
You don't
So
always try to show up.
I know it,
Even if
right?
it's late.
These are
Even
massive. This is next level stuff.
okay. All right
Yep.
then.
I eat. Sorry.
All right then.
My
All
little
right,
guy.
ladies. I hope
Sorry.
y'all have a wonderful night. I'll see y'all soon.
All right.
See you
All right.
Friday.
Bye.
Okay.
All right. Friday.
Bye.
Bye bye.